So that is where the diplomatic front stands. But meantime, the civil war in Syria continues, and a lot of questions have been raised about who exactly the rebels are and who the U.S. could be helping with a strike. Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, with us from overseas tonight with an exclusive look at how Al-Qaeda is increasingly in this fight. Richard, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. The U.S. has decided it is not going to intervene in Syria, at least for now, but Al-Qaeda is. And every day we see its fighters in this city, in the streets, at the airports, heading into Syria.
Antakya in southern Turkey, along an ancient trade route. It's now a smuggler's town, where Al-Qaeda fighters have crossed into Syria by the thousands.
If Muslims anywhere are oppressed and cannot defend themselves, we have to support them.
Abu Abdul Rahman from Tunisia dropped out of college to fight with Al-Qaeda in Syria. He agreed to be interviewed only if he could hide his face.
The United States is considering launching military strikes against Syria. Would that help you?
We have a prayer. Oh Allah, please annihilate enemies by other enemies. Bashar is an enemy, and America is an enemy. Let them fight.
In Turkey for just 24 hours, he showed us his safe house and his war supplies.
The bullet carrier, magazine holders.
A uniform.
And you have no military experience. This will be the first time you'll ever wear anything like a uniform.
He says this is the happiest moment of his life.
You're smiling. I can see even through the mask.
Praise Allah. I am happy.
Why are you so happy?
Because this was a dream for me, to wage jihad, to bleed for Allah and no other.
The smuggler who helped Abu Abdul Rahman told us he personally has moved 300 foreign fighters from Turkey to Syria in the last 4 months. And in this area now, there are many other smugglers doing exactly the same thing.
Parts of northern Syria already look like an Al-Qaeda state, with public executions. A man being whipped for marrying a woman too soon after her divorce. Islamic justice that Abu Abdul Rahman is on his way to help enforce. He calls his mother to say goodbye. She tries to talk him out of going, but he refuses and makes his way into Syria. An Al-Qaeda fighter joining a rebellion with ambitions beyond toppling Assad.
Many people in Antakya, the Turkish residents, are not happy at all that these extremists are transiting through this city, worrying that one day could become a danger for them. Brian?
Incredible story of how this conflict is changing. Richard Engel with us tonight from Turkey. Richard, thanks.